Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to the kingdom. Tonight, we will be covering Blade and Bow. As a free-to-play player, what you need to be doing in this event, and why. Now, I'm also going to do a little bit of a grind stream after. Unfortunately, I don't have any tokens to pull tonight, but all of that aside, we have a lot of good information to actually cover here. So, without further ado, we are going to jump right in. Alright. Now, in addition, guys, I am going to go ahead and put up my Discord link. So, if you'll bear with me one moment, I'll have that up and running. Alright. Let's get out of there. Get to Shooter McGavin's channel. And start off with something simple. Okay, so what we're covering today is this event and whether or not you should actually be doing this. Alright, so Blade and Bow. This is... Oh, let me start with the official screen. King Josh, welcome to the stream, man. Alright. So this is the Korthan and Theros event. Okay, that is the wrong one. Alright, now you're at 15,500 already, Josh. Okay, you beat me to the bunch on this. Alright. Well, I'm happy for it, because that's an indication of what I'm going to be recommending. Now, most of my events that I recommend to you guys are, I tell, cautionary tales. Do this if, do this, or maybe. But today, we are going to do it different. Because today, I'm going to say, you don't hold your cards forever. You go all in sometimes. And this is an event that you go all in for. This is Dawn of Titans, throwing you everything that you want in an event and more. And we're going to cover that here in a moment. So we got Korthan and we got Theros. Once again, I'm not hugely into Titans, but I'll explain why I recommend getting these Titans. And it's not for necessarily the reasons you might think. But the true value in this event, the thing that sets this apart from previous events, and the things that make this better than the unknown relics that we're going to get in the upcoming weeks with the release of the Storm Maidens, is these relics are just dang good, and they are coming in mass quantity in this particular event. Now we're going to go over the event as a whole, and then we're going to go over each of the individual relics and why I make these bold claims right now. Now, another great thing about this event is we've got the 1.4 boost back. If you have that boost on any of your Titans, I don't care if it's a level 1, do it. It's just too good to pass up. Okay, let me see if I can't pass some reinforcements along. Because that's free gems. Alright. Okay, so we're going to start with the Alliance position rankings. Now, unless you are at the top of... Welcome, Rebel. Or, yeah, Rebel. Unless you're at the top up here, and if you're in one of the top alliances, then I'm just going to repeat, what you already know. Avoid the second slot altogether, if you can manage it. But, if you're in one of the semi-top alliances, Korthan is not a terrible thing to get as a 4-star drop. I mean, you're probably not going to use them that much, but if you need them, it's good. If you don't, he's food. Alright. Now let's get into the individual rewards. Now, the first thing I want to point out is there are 4 iron tokens, and they are all at 4,000 and below. Yeah, it is a super odd second place reward. Now, Portal Stones wise, they lit us up with this one. 50, 100, and 200. So we're talking about 350 Portal Stones. This is a free-to-play player's dream at this point. We're going to look at the gems here. We're going to count them up real quick. 100, 350, 950. 950, that's 1,050, or 1,950 and 800. Let's see if there's anything more. I mean, not a huge amount of gems, but a decent amount. I'm not upset about it. Now, what makes this event so amazing, as I said before, is the 4-star relics that you're going to be getting. Mace of Kings, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. And mainly because this is a single buffing unit weapon. And you got 2 individual Titan buffs and then a resist to physical. If I find a use for this, I may have a may use one Mace of Kings. But if we go up, we see this Bow of Kings. This Bow of Kings is phenomenal, guys. I mean, for all the reasons that have been discussed, this is a must-have relic. If you have any archers that you ever plan on using, or you ever plan on getting an archer or titan, this will be in your build. Guaranteed. Alright. Moving up, you got Korthan, you got your epic token, then you've got these ice relics, the ice gauntlets and ice helms. And while these are not tier 1 troops that these are equipped to, these are great to have in your back pocket due to the damage, health, and critical and armor that, or not necessarily armor, but that these things are able to give your Titan and troops. They're great. Moving up, you have your divine gems here. There's always going to be divine gems. But the holy grail of this event, the relic that you're going to use even if you don't have archers, is this Banner of Iron. This is the reason that you do this event. This is a mini 5-star relic. I'm just going to put it out there like that. Now, I'm going to use it in comparison real quick to, let's say, the Mace of Kings. The Mace of Kings gives Titan physical damage. It gives Titan, I believe it's armor piercing, and then resist to all. 2 individual buffs and a multi-buff. That multi-buff buffs, let's say, 20 troops, because we're going to make it even. And then with that multi-buff, you got those 20 troops, and then 2 individual buffs for your Titan. So we're going to quantify that as 22 buffs that this Mace of King gives. And that's an arbitrary number. I just want to give you guys a baseline to work with. We go over to the Banner of Iron. The first ability is an individual buff. So that's 1. The second 2 ability buffs all units. Not just archers, because it, gives damage and armor piercing. But not just archers, any units. And so you quantify that in the same manner. That's 41 buffs that you're actually getting off of 1 relic. It's huge. If you take into a comparison a 5-star relic, actually it would be just easier if I look at my relics. Let's take Earthshaker for example. Earthshaker, with that same logic, buffs 60 units just because you get 20 off of each ability. Now, each of these buffs doesn't necessarily have to be powerful, but what these multi-buffs relics do is they just provide a versatility, a plug-and-play option that you don't find anywhere else in any of the relics. That's what made these 5-star relics, or at least several of them, so incredibly powerful. Divine Touch, Earthshaker, these are prime examples of that. Alright, so anyway, back to the event. Welcome, Parandic. Alright. So, once again, you're doing, this is the Banner of Iron is great. And to be honest with you guys, if it was just the Bow of Kings and the Banner of Iron, I wouldn't care what else was in the event. I would say do it, because those two relics are that powerful. Banner of Frost is another, what I would refer to as maybe you'll find a one of use for. But there's always that one of use need. Now, if it was just those two relics, great, but you're getting more than those two relics. You're getting 6 4-star relics with our varying levels of power. Not only that, but you're getting a physical paladin and an ice ranger. For those of you who are newer to the game, those two classifications will allow you to do many more events moving forward with the bonuses. And so think about getting these tight. Even if you get terrible skills for them, you're going to have them in your arsenal for bonuses later on that are going to make future events relevant. So you get 2, and depending on what roles you get with Theros, he may be incredibly relevant for you. Rebel, I got to tell you, if you have to choose between this week and next week, choose the known. Because I can guarantee next week with Storm Maidens come out, there may be 1 or 2 relevant relics that you're going to have. But are they going to have buff all troops? Are they going to have, a Bow of Kings buff 70% to archers? And while archers may not be at the top of the meta anymore, that still remains to be seen, they're still going to have their place. But this Banner of Iron is going to be phenomenal. To be honest with you, I think Theros is better than Italis. And I'll say that because I've got an Italis that I have, and I've attacked both Theros and Italis defenses. A good Theros defense, there's no competition. It'll destroy a good Italis defense. You're going to do more damage, and you have a chance to have actual better rolls. But if you don't have those good archer rolls, Theros is just another Ice Ranger. Yeah. But, same with Italis. You've got to have 5 good skills to have a decent defender. Not even a good defender, a decent defender. Theros, you can have an exceptional defender. Alright. So yes, both Titans, they represent additional buffs down the road. But you are doing this for the relics. Go all in. And that's even if you have to choose between this week and next week, go all in on this week because the value is just there. Now, luckily, if you're like me, you save your tokens for a rainy day. No. Archer defense is one of the best defenses right now. The Imperial's defense, it's not even relevant, to be honest with you. I've taken out 4 to 5 million Italis defense with my Mamesh. And, that's my Panthers running headlong into those pikemen. And, it's stupid what the X skills do in regards to negating traditional Titans. So, Italis is just a relic of the past. He can be somewhat relevant now, but, somewhat relevant now and being ultimately irrelevant down the road, that's just what's going to happen. If you're not on the X skill train, you gotta be. That's how you dominate right now in the Upper Legend League. Alright, so now I fully expect next week's release to be good as well. So it's not like me banking on the Storm Maiden having a bad release. I'm just saying that what you're getting out of this event, unparalleled. Use and abuse that fact. Get the most that you can out of it. If you happen to have enough stored up to do both, great. But I think this event is too much to pass up on. Simple as that. Alright. Now, this aside, I also wanted to point out one more time that you're getting an Ice Ranger and a Physical Paladin for future buffs. It's not often you can get in an event 2 Titans that are such of a varying quantity, and that's what you really need whenever you're building up your Titan arsenal, so you can maximize every attack that you're going to do. So once again, if you don't get good rolls on them and you don't have those particular Titans, it's still fine. Just hold them in your inventory until you actually need them. Alright. Now, with that said, I am going to go ahead... Oh, and what I'm doing in this event, and anyone that was part of Throne Wars, this is one of the prime examples of a week when saving up those relics is actually going to be beneficial to you. Because most of these alliances, they haven't recovered from Throne Wars yet. And so there's not as much like lands to raid that you're not going to lose a ton of your troops, especially if you're raiding with a lower level Titan. And so you guys know what type of lands I like to look for traditionally, the ones that are full. But you know, with the way that things currently are, I've allotted myself 12 relics to use in this event. Which means that basically 4 for every 6,000 souls that I'm getting. So I'm going to go grind a little bit now while I'm on stream. I've used 2 relics so far, and I'm at 4,144. So 6,000 a day, 4 relics a day. The rest of it has to be grind, and I want to make sure I save more relics for obvious reasons. Okay. Normally, I would love to do the grind myself, but I'm not getting much value out of this grind. Not when a lot of the lands that I'm looking at don't have full defenses. And even if they do have full defenses, you know, my troops are still recovering from Throne Wars, where I was down to like less than 100 left. As you guys can see, all 3 of my barracks are working overtime at the moment. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I'll be raiding with Calvarax as well, since he's my one Ice Ranger that I don't have maxed yet. Alright. So I got 2 relics to pull tonight, and I don't normally pull them all at once, but we'll see what I get. And I don't know what it is today, guys. Let me know what you guys experience you've been having, but I have only been able to pull 1-star relics today. It's been pretty frustrating. Alright, here we go. Alright, now we need to go down to Source of Light. Veranic, you know, that's a good strategy. My whole strategy beforehand is that whenever I pull a relic, I have to grind out the rest of the souls needed to reach 1,000 before I pull my next one. But, you know, all that aside, it is pretty great, this particular event. So, despite my always being skeptical about the events that I've always had in the past, know that today The late night king told you to go all in. Alright. I understand. We all gotta make our sacrifices elsewhere. Sometimes the grind gets to us, I can tell you that. Shout out to Josh for almost being done with his event off of pure grind already, or pure free-to-play. Alright. Now, how far do you guys plan on going in the event? Oh, just so you guys know it's there, if any of you have access to Discord, I'm going to post the Discord link again, and you guys are welcome to join me in my channel. Alright, let me go ahead and jump into my channel. Here we go. Frank Martinez, welcome to the stream, man. Those of you who didn't hear my recommendations earlier, just real quick recap. You can go back and listen to the reasoning later, but I'm telling you to go all in on this event. This is one that you need to finish. Even if they drop Storm Maidens next week, the value you're getting out of this is too big. The relics are too powerful. You can't pass it up, because if you do, you'll regret it. To give you an idea of the power level of that relic, it's an orb for offense, except it's tweaked to be a little bit better in my opinion, because orbs typically only provide resist for 2 elements. The 2 abilities you have on that Banner of Iron provides attack and armor piercing for everything that you bring in, or all troops I should say. It doesn't do Titan. Well, I understand what your goal was. If you can manage it, Rebel, and still be happy with it, go all the way for it, man. That Banner of Iron, I'm calling it now, will be a key relic in the builds of your best Titans. Yeah, I mean, you guys know that I would never do an event for a particular Titan. I'm not that guy. But the fact that you have 2 varying types of 4 stars that are being thrown in this event, along with the relics, it's just icing on the cake. You don't need to be a Ranger fan to understand that the soul bonus that you're going to get from those Titans in the future is going to be helpful. So how many? You got 3 left. Yeah, 6 4-star relics. 2 good 4-star relics in this. One, I'm not going to call it bad, but yeah, I'm going to call it bad. I'm just going to say the Mesa Kings. If you don't have one, maybe you want one. But that Banner of Iron, that is a game-changing relic. You will no longer need to wonder what relic you can throw into any build, because it's going to be a plug and play. You're going to level it up, and then it's going to be something that you move around for years to come in Dawn of Titans, because it buffs everything, all those troops. If you have the time to grind, Rebel, this is the event to grind for. If you only have 20,000 gems that you want to spend on this, it's still going to be worth it. And the grind isn't necessarily bad. You guys know that the grind provides a lot of off benefits, such as a bunch of relics you can pick up for forging. Ron Gamer, welcome to the stream, man. Alright. Brief break from grinding. I am going to see if I can finish upgrading my orb. I got it to level 8 earlier. Not today, but earlier, just because I was expecting a fusion event this last Monday, and since it didn't come through, I had a bunch of extra food that I didn't want to go to waste. Wow. Frank, that is a lot of gaming that you're going to be doing this weekend. Yeah, I mean, I ultimately think that at the end of the day, I'll end up with probably like 29,000 gems and down 12 relics between grinding and using the relics. But it's going to be powerful. Oh, I didn't post my Discord, I don't think. There you go. I think that's number 4. Let's go for number 5. Come on, Orb of Wealth. Give me a level here. And one more time. We are going to have this work so I can finish leveling this orb. Nope. We are going to have to try this another time, guys. Okay. Back to the grind. Now, normally I would be leveling up my 5-star relic, but tomorrow morning I have my archers coming off upgrade, and I need to make sure I have like 6 million food to start the next upgrade. So I've got to be strategic with this type of stuff. Alright. So I got one more raid with this particular relic. Then I gotta grind it out to get to 5,000 before I get my next relic. And if all I pull is 1 stars today, then I guess it's not gonna be too huge of a problem since I haven't really grinded in a while. That's an interesting theory. Maybe they have a rotation somewhere that says, hey, we're going to increase the percentage of certain relics getting boosted. Alright, so where am I at? Wow, that relic sucked. Alright. Got 3 minutes left. That's fine. We're going to be grinding for a while, so let's go ahead and collect on those portal stones. Switch out this source of light. Get my avalanche back on. And here we go. Ground beef grind. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, real quick thing that you guys may not know. tomorrow is my birthday, guys. I am excited. And do what you want to do. But if you see what I see in this event, you're not going to let that banner of iron go. I mean, that is a mini 5-star relic right there. Its power is ridiculous. And it's a guaranteed thing you get rather than having to pull at the Casino of Divine Gems. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And for those of you who participated in Throne Wars this past week that were on my server, good freaking job. That was a blast, regardless of what alliance that everyone was in. I mean, yeah, there was a ton of bugs, but at the end of the day, it is a different way to play the game that I think it was quite refreshing. And when they fix all the bugs in it, which I do believe they will, I mean, we're going to have another way to really enjoy this game. Because I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes the grind just gets to you. You bang your head against the wall because of how long you're doing it for. Training queue is full. Alright. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it ended midweek, I was bummed about, because I wanted to spend a little bit more time grinding in the event, but, you know, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, and I got a full-time job, so that sort of eats into what could have been done. But in my defense, I did spend gems getting as far as I did in that event, because I committed. Alright. Hello, hello, Cage of Shadows. Good to have you back in here, man. We are all having a little bit of fun grinding today. Well, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was having issues with the time constraints on it. And I did leave a lot of really good feedback for the developers when they asked for that little survey. But the first day it dropped, I was really frustrated with all the drops I was getting. I was like, are they really going to do this to us again? But it started to get better over time, and I mean, shout out to the developers for actually actively correcting things during the course of a beta. Yeah, it did. And I gotta tell you, I'm willing to sit through more tests of different ways to play this game, as long as those tests, you know, aren't just a blatant money grab. Alright, here we go. I'm going to find some really good lands to raid. Because I've got to get to 5,000. Because that relic got me like 450 despite me having a 1.4 boost. Well, in the future, they put any surveys in, speak to your heart's content, because the last thing I want to happen is the people that had a negative experience on Throne Wars because it was their first time and they don't understand what a beta actually means. But the developers hear those people before they hear the people that actually enjoyed it. I mean, normally I would love to hit the hammer lands, but with the exception of Godan in there, I mean, your guys' lands are... I'm trying to preserve troops right now, because the last thing I want is the... Because I'm like at max quantity for building at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure I preserve enough troops to make it through tonight. Oh, snap. That was terrible. I should have marked that alliance. There we go. Is this it? Yeah, it was. Now, I will say I am pretty stoked because I've got a few more Titans that are reaching that point where I don't mind featuring them in my Castle Crushers series. I gotta tell you, the first few episodes I had with that, with like Italis and Solzar, terrible. I was just trying to figure out what was happening with it. But my most recent one, a few months ago, was Skolnar. Funnest video I've made about Dawn of Titans. I was laughing till I was crying. And that may be a relic of the past. They update the Goliaths and make them into something new. Maybe I'll be eating my words about Goliaths on attack. Alright. See, what are all these people doing? We were all landless just a few days ago, and now, when they're getting their lands back up, they're putting them with such strong defenses. I gotta tell you, my lands, as long as they've been up, or at least the resource lands, have been on fire every time I attack. Okay, see, I don't mind 150,000 defense. That's something I can manage. Maybe lose 1 or 2 troops when I have a subpar Titan attacking. Alright. Here we go. Where is my music? Alright. I'm actually a little bit worried that, depending on the strength of the Storm Maidens, that speed rating won't be able to be done by Panthers anymore. And to be honest with you guys, since I was prepping a little while before the event, I only needed to have 1 builder free from all of my anchoring needs. Come on. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, that's right. To be honest with you, I'm going to have to see the Storm Maidens in action. But until I see them release an X skill for the Storm Maidens, I do not think they will be the dominant force in the game. They need that X skill. For example, Odin, he is not going to be a Storm Maiden Titan. You are not going to have Storm Maidens when you're running him. I mean, it's a waste of 3 skill slots there. Storm Maidens need that X skill if they plan on being competitive. I don't care if they do more damage to individual Titans, but without that armor-piercing ability, they are going to... I mean, they're not even going to be able to take out Mamesh's Panthers. But I'm afraid that if they give those maidens that ability, that they are going to be too powerful. I mean, I don't want to swap the Panther meta for just a new meta. I'd rather have a balance, even if it's 2 or 3 troops balanced at the top. Although I will say I'm ready to see something happen to the Archer meta right now. That really needs, while it's not as dominant as the Panther meta was, like those type of imbalances don't make the game really fun. It doesn't encourage a growth of strategy. It just encourages repeat rating. So I think with the release of Storm Maidens, that until they get their X skills, or if they get their X skills, they will be a check on the Archer meta. And that's simply because their range is great, and then their ability to be mobile is phenomenal. When they get their X skill, they're going to make the Panther meta look like a joke. Because, I mean, the fact that they have basically the equivalent of the range of Grenadiers and almost the speed of Panthers, I mean, it'll be too dominant. No, they're going to still be very effective against Archer's Cage. While it may take a few shots to kill them, you're going to have, the range of Grenadiers. And so you can have 3 or 4 of those guys hit the Archers, run back, hit the Archers again, and then all of a sudden all the Archers are dead. So even if they're less effective against the grouped unit, their speed and their range is going to allow them to outclass. At least that's my 2 cents. Alright. From what I've seen, their range looks like it's further than Archers and just shy of Grenadiers. At least that's what I was seeing. It did definitely look further than Archers to me. I'd say it's I was estimating it to be the range of a Ranger's attack. Since we all know that Grenadiers have a little bit further range than Rangers, but yeah. Now, I was really happy with the placement of the Bow of Kings in this particular event, because I've been really needing another one. It's been offered twice thus far. I got it the first time. The second time, it was part of an event as an extended award, and it just wasn't worth the extension to me, because the rest of the stuff in the event was crap. But to find it at 8,000 this time around, ridiculous. See, this is the type of stuff that frustrates me about the Panthers. When they sit for like 20 minutes trying to kill a unit. Well, with all of the Siggies and the Odin that I have, that Bow of Kings is priceless to me, man. Even if everything else in this event was terrible, I would have grinded for that Bow of Kings. Thank you, Rebel. Take care, and thank you for visiting the kingdom. All right. And as always, those of you who have thoughts that you want to share about this game, maybe ideas on where you think it's going, either use my stream as a method to get it out, or start a stream of your own. I mean, there are times when there just are not enough streamers streaming this game right now. And it's my opinion that the pushing of information happens in these streams more than anywhere else in the game. And so we're really looking for those that are willing to step up, share their thoughts and their idea. Even if you only have one little gimmick that you're sharing, it's worth it. Ron, you're absolutely right. You guys have too long heard me say, you know what? Pass on this event, pass on this event, pass on this event. Well, you know what? Opposite happens as well. Even free-to-play players, there are times when you just don't say no. There's too much that you can gain from this particular event. Congratulations, Frank. I mean, if you're on band, let me know, or just ping me a comment in my channel when you plan on going live, and I will make sure I am there for your inaugural stream, man. If you have any questions, that's fine. I mean, I've been slacking a lot in the development of my actual channel. I should probably increase that, but to be honest with you, I don't want to be one of those big streamers that we have on DOT. I don't really care about getting enough subscribers to get paid. I don't need to feel like this is a second job. I want to feel like I'm part of the community here, and I'm able to just transpose thoughts that everyone's having. If I wanted another job, I'd go get another job. Hey, no name calling in here, Feranic. And in all defense, Bo and Zalan were incredibly helpful to me when I was getting my stream set up. I had so many questions, so many fears, but they were like, dude, just bite the bullet and do it. I'm glad I did. Alright. And to be honest with you, sometimes it's nice to have just a few just a few followers on my channel. It's a close-knit community. I mean, we're only sitting at 180. That means not a lot of the information really gets disseminated that quickly. And, I can speak my mind as crazy as it might be. Definitely got a different style going for me than most of the other guys. And I'm fine with that. And I am going to say it again, I am proud to represent the free-to-play community in this game. And I consider anyone free-to-play that doesn't spend money that often on this game. They don't have to be as extreme as me. But the fact of the matter is, you can compete at the highest levels without paying a dime on this game. It's always been my mantra, and I am living the dream now. Oh, Feranic, I told Zolan that he needs to ping me as soon as he knows when that's going live. I'm going to be there. Feranic, God bless you, man. It's freaking awesome. It's good to know there's other people as crazy as me out there. And you'll find that most of the people in this stream, same way. And that's no disrespect to anyone that spends money. Because in this game, you are either spending money or you're spending time to compete in Legend League. So, mad respect to anyone who does either of them. I will say, though, it is an incredible feeling to be able to go toe-to-toe with anybody in League of Gods and take down their garrison as a free-to-play player. Now, that speaks more to the imbalance in the game, but it's just a nice thing to hang up on my wall. Yes, it does, Frantic. Every mobile game needs both. Alright. By the way, I'm growing to hate this map. I remember I didn't like it before, but as I get higher and higher castle levels, I didn't really have to deal with it anymore. And it's not for any other reason than my Panthers get stuck more on this map than in other maps. I think I might... Oh, let me see where I'm at. Alright, so we're getting close. Getting close to the 5,000 mark. That means I'll be ready for another pull here soon. Alright. Here we go. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. You run out of the buffed units. For those of you who didn't see my Throne War recap, go check it out, because I also, in honor of that Throne Wars, I pulled all 9 of my Titan tokens. The 7 from that were for leveled ones, and I got a 4-star Titan from it. Got a 4-star Matano. That was nice. I actually save all of my Titan tokens for any time Guardians are dropped. Yeah, it was definitely an exciting time, Frank. Here we go, here we go. And I do hope Throne Wars comes back again soon. I'd like to see it maybe once every quarter. I liked the skills enough to where I'm going to put the Titan in my rotation. I've got 2 healths, Earth, Ice, and Fire resist. But my other Matano has basically the opposite resists. So if I'm getting attacked in a war, I can swap them in and out and see how far I can go with them. Oh crap. I forgot, these are not my Mesh Panthers. These ones die pretty easily. Alright, let's see what the damage is. Oh, that's not bad, only 2. Oh. Alright, my queues are completely full, guys. So I think I'm going to burn through the rest of these portal stones, and then I am going to call the stream. But know that 6,000 is what I'm trying to get to. Yeah, I got 2 Matano. I have had 3 Matanos total, but one of the Matanos, the skills just were not salvageable. Now, I'm one of those hoarders that doesn't really give up on any unique Titans. During fusion events, I will always have at least 100 Titans left over due to me keeping unique Titans. It makes my Titan Coliseum look pretty nice, but when in all actuality, 80% of them are pretty bad. Thank you, Feranic. As a matter of fact, I'm going to like my own video now, because I'm that conceited. To be honest with you, it depends on the Titan. I think the Titans that you want to look for the most, like you could have Siegfried, and if you have defensive archers and damage spearmen, he's garbage. As simple as that. If you have one of each of the skills, if you have the damage skill but not the armor piercing skill, still, that Titan is not worth your time leveling. I know that's strange to say, but that armor piercing skill is the key skill in the game right now. The X armor piercing skill, when you get that on any Titan, it is worth a second look, even if all of the rest of the skills are subpar. Just depends on what you actually need at the time. And if you want explanations on why that may be, go check out my Titan build series. I go into pretty big detail on my reasoning behind things. It is strange. Every single Siggy that I have gotten has been usable. The only Titan I've ever been able to say that with. And while I do have multiple level 60 Titan guys, keep in mind that, let's see, 3 out of the 4 level 60 Titans I have, I'm going to say are garbage and basically have outlived their usefulness. The only reason that they are there now is the only reason that they are still here now is because I need people that can max out my VP generation on my lands. And the other good news, guys, is tomorrow morning my portal stone generator thing finishes upgrading on its final level, so I will finally be able to store 30 portal stones. And I think I'm probably about, I'd say 3 weeks, maybe 3.5 weeks away from upgrading to castle level 24. And for anyone who's higher castle level, that's actually pretty significant. Like when you're a month away from upgrading, considering all of your buildings take 2.5 weeks to upgrade. Alright. Congratulations, Feranic. You're level 23 as well. Well, I can respect that. I actually changed the upgrading of my troops to fit the meta now. So my Grenadiers and my Imperials, I'm leaving at level 21 while I'm upgrading my Archers and my spearmen. My spearmen were like level 15, and I think they're level 18 now, or 17. My archers were down as well, but this most recent upgrade that my archers are going to be done with tomorrow is going to put them up to level 22. Alright. Okay, we've got, what, 3 more battles? And we're going to do another relic pull. Okay, let's find some decent lands. Ugh. Fine. Cormac's the only reason why this defense rating is so high on this land. Now, quick shout out. Do any of you guys use infiltrators as your main form of attack? Because if so, let me tell you now, you guys are a rare breed. And you have balls that I do not have. I've never really gotten behind the infiltrator attack. I think most of the time I'd just rather use a champion. But, I mean, you guys have patience beyond what anyone else does. You know kiting better than anyone else does. Hey, more power to you. Okay, I am hoping for a 3-star relic. I've pulled 3 1-star relics. Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the game, infiltrators were what everyone was using. Infiltrators and paladins. And then champions took over. Here we go. Alright, guys, I think that's what I needed to pull the next relic. I'll check. There we go, 5012. What did I pick up this time? Crossbow. Oh, not enough room. Alright, wish me luck. We are going to get a 4-star here. 4-star relic. That's what we're picking up here. 4-star, guys. Oh, a 2-star. That's actually better than what I had last time. So, we're absolutely upgrading. Alright, let me equip this. And with the waking up of my little son, I am going to go ahead and call this a stream, guys. Thank you so much for everyone attending and visiting the kingdom while you could. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I will probably be streaming tomorrow. No problem, Cage.